Thank you for joining Power to the Pod, a conversation that builds our community through an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. Now your host, Superior.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Superior, and thank you for tuning in to Power to the Pod. And today we're going to be talking about two things, which, oh man. One, The Game. If you do not know the rapper named The Game, free speech is cool. I don't mind it. But we must be able to freely think about some shit before we kind of just speak it. You know, like, can we exercise other freedoms besides just speaking the first nonsense that comes out of your mouth? Then you just look like an idiot, and then you're making all of us as a culture look ridiculous. So yeah, he's defending Kanye West on yeah, we'll get into it. Trust me. Then we're going to be talking about Dave Rubin and his participation in what we see now as the Republican Party, and Dave Rubin being gay, being married to another man, and now having 2 kids in the future. They already, paid for the eggs and the sperm, and, to have it be carried and all that fun stuff. It is interesting on how the Republican Party, or at least the political pundits, are now treating Dave Rubin. And it's just almost sad. You know what I'm saying? It's almost sad on how he has to beg on his knees for his team to not kick him out the group. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy how anyone non-white can be a Republican. So we're going to be talking about those two things. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So as I said, first off, we're going to be talking about Kanye West once again. And trust me, I could have been doing daily 30, 45-minute shows just talking about the nonsense this guy is doing. And yes, as I promised, I already deleted all of his songs out of my playlist. And I just realized I have a pair of Yeezys. I didn't buy them. They were given to me. So I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I don't want to give them away and pass on the burden that I'm feeling. So I'm going to figure out something to do with these shoes. But yes, we're talking about Kanye West and The Game. He is a well-known, probably tier A celebrity status when it comes to the rap game and everything. He is defending Kanye West, and not in the sense of he's not being a bully to Pete. He's not stalking his ex-wife. He's not just being a clown on social media. It's completely left field. And this is what really has me questioning us as a human race. You know what I'm saying? Things like this just really blows my mind. So he went on Instagram and just put out this entire damn near page that belongs in a book. He just literally posted a chapter here, and I'm not going to read the whole thing because the second half of this is just more nonsense. But I think the first half is what is really, I think, his intent. Okay. So on Instagram, he said, time and time again, they show us they only want to steal the culture. Okay. I get it. Okay. I get that. Not allow you to ever be their equals. Okay. Not sure where he's going with this, but I can agree so far. In a more than obvious move for reasons of minuscule actions, the Grammys. Okay. Stop right there. Now he's talking about the Grammys. Now, it's really no debate. The Grammys is not for us. It never was made for us. So if you as a black or brown entertainer wants to get into the Grammys and you feel that you have to go above and beyond for really no reason and still not get your shot, well, you should already know this. I mean, regular folks like me know that. So it's like, that's not a surprise, but I'm glad he's bringing it up. Now, why is he bringing it up is the question. He says the Grammys have at the last minute decided to pull at Kanye West from performing on the show as if we didn't know it was coming. Okay, this right here. As soon as I read this, I turned off my phone. I literally turned it. I was just so distraught, so confused on that sentence and how he can really believe that. He said at the last minute pull Kanye West from performing on the show as if we didn't know it was coming. You knew it was coming. Everybody knew this was going to happen. He is acting, Mr. Kanye West is acting a fool out there. And you didn't think sponsors would want to be associated with that? Do you think the Grammys, okay, as shady as they are, you don't think platforms like this want crazy, unpredictable Kanye West to go on their stage as thousands upon thousands of people are watching? What is he gonna do? I mean, what is he gonna say? Is he gonna run out on stage butt naked saying, I love you, Kim Kardashian, you're still my wife, and I'll kill Pete Davidson, while he's just whipping his thing around? Like, we don't know what he would do. That's the thing. And you know that. Why are you pretending as if you don't know that? Like, but he has a whole bunch more to say. He said, could be because Trevor Noah is hosting and there was a conversation held amongst his team and the academy that led to the decision, or because Ye's account was suspended just days ago for reasons unknown. And he doesn't have any periods here. It's Trevor Noah, probably one of the nicest media people out there. He didn't say anything that nobody in their right mind would disagree with. Kanye West needs help. Kanye West needs his closest friends to pull him aside and say, hey, bro, just chill out, collect your thoughts, get off of social media, go take a vacation off on some island, and just chill the hell out. Trevor Noah didn't say anything disrespectful directly to Kanye West. He did point out, like, Kanye West is being a little weirdo, kind of stalking his ex-wife and now being a bully to her new boyfriend. It's like everybody sees that. But no, Kanye West attacked Trevor Noah. Now, did Trevor Noah's team talk to? It's possible. Maybe Trevor Noah didn't feel comfortable because Kanye West did threaten D.L. Hughley, put his address out there, threaten him and his family. So if I was Trevor Noah, I'd be like, hey, I don't want this unpredictable clown to be around me. You know what I'm saying? So as shady as the Grammys are, what do you think they're going to do? If they don't want niggas on that stage, why give them a reason? I mean, they don't really need much, but Kanye West is just giving them reasons on a silver platter. But he goes on to say, that led to the decision because his account was suspended just days ago for reasons unknown. Oh my God. I wish we could figure out what's the unknown part, because that seems very important, especially in a world where all the negativities of the world can be found on the same app with no repercussions or suspicions. One, I used to be on Instagram. There's no butt nakedness. Now you can question some of the, I guess, quote unquote, sexual pose arts. You might see a little nipple here or there, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they suspend most of that. But my biggest issue is Mr. The Game. Okay. You want to talk about negativities in the world. How did you build your platform? Don't worry, I'll wait. How did you build your platform? On what? On what message? To be honest, I'd rather have my kids have an account on Instagram than have my kids listen to any music that you have ever produced out of your brain. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the ignorance that's just being spewed out there? My phone is ringing and it is scam likely, but nevertheless, it's crazy because people are not self-aware of who they are, how they interact with the world, and what they're saying. If the game took 5 seconds and step back and be like, who am I to talk about all the negative things in the world? Now, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. And I still speak out on injustices and things that I feel, in my opinion, need to be better to help people as a whole. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be perfect. But if person A has a history of domestic violence and they're working on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might have had some issues growing up and this, that, and the third, and he's working on it. He should not. He should be the last person to ever, or at least until he gets his stuff right. He should not be giving out marriage advice. Do you see what I'm saying? Until he gets his stuff corrected, and then he can kind of preach on the side of, I used to do that, now I'm here. The game is still the game. He's still on that gangster tip. He still is pushing poison out to our kids. He still is showing a negative perception on black folks. And this dude got the nerve to say, in a world where all the negativities of the world can be found, bro, you're on there. Weren't you just a couple years ago just showing almost butt nakedness of yourself? What about the young girls that's on Instagram? It's okay for them to see that of you half butt naked, just dang-a-lang, just almost just falling out your pants. It's like really? But all of a sudden, when your homie gets kicked off the Grammys, you got an issue with all the negativities of the world. Bro, start with yourself. Start with your kids. Start with your family, and then so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, pump the brakes on that. But he goes on. As crazy as it sounds, it goes on. He says, we'll just say it's all of the above and continuous disrespect for us. First off, don't group me with you, bro. It's a whole different playing field over here. And all that we have brought to the table in entertainment, media, and sports over the last 100 years. Now, of course, I have my own opinions about this entertainment, media, and sports the past 100 years. I might have to just do a whole different episode of that. But if that's all you think black folks can contribute to America as a whole, that's the issue on its own. First off. Second off, the entertainment and media that white folks portray black people is an issue. And then how black folks put out other black folks is an issue. Not all of us are drug dealers. Not all of us just looking around for a couple of hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird how this guy has the nerve to try to all of a sudden be a beacon for people to listen and to draw. Like, bro, don't think so. And then he says, speak your mind in this country for yourself, family, or your people, and you are ostracized immediately. And if you push them hard enough, they will stop at no ends to try to put an end to you as a whole. Bro, you do not need to be speaking your mind. You do not. I'm all down for freedom of speech. But I come to a conclusion. You don't have to be well spoken. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the deepest, but just take 10 minutes to think about something and pretend as if somebody else was saying it, and ask yourself, what is wrong with what he is saying? If the game would have, before it posted this, read it as if he was Joe Schmo from across the street, well, not his street, but from across the state, you'd be like, does this make sense? Do I look like an idiot trying to defend Kanye West's bad actions? Then he probably would have deleted about 90% and be like, hey, the Grammys is not for black folks. That's all he would have had to post, and it would have been good. But what I think the bigger issue is how black folks, and I'm pretty sure this can go for a lot of other groups out there, but I am a nigga, so I only can really speak for myself. But black folks love to put celebrities on a pedestal. And then once they do something that's out of their perception of that celebrity, it's hard for them to let that go. Now, let me explain. Like with R. Kelly, I'm only 35, so I really grew up towards back end of his career. You know what I'm saying? Like I was born when his good stuff was already, making millions. You know what I'm saying? But when people in his generation loved his music, like they walked down aisles to get married to his music. They conceived children to his music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bond. And this goes back to my other point. This is how bad black folks need to feel good. We will take people who just sing, does nothing else. He could just hold a note, and we will take people like this and damn near make them gods. You know what I'm saying? And then when the whole, hey, he's peeing on little kids, like what the hell? Some folks are like, bro, I don't know. The little video looked grainy, like that dude in the video looked 2 inches taller than R. Kelly. Like, and how old is the girl? Like, is she really? Like, people would just make excuses after excuses after excuses, and just all you gotta do is just pull out 5 of his classics and just read the title. And that just kind of gives you a little hint on what the hell is in this dude's brain. You see what I'm saying? But like with Bill Cosby or Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Like we put these black entertainers at such a high level. And then when they do some ignorant stuff, it's hard for us to be like, hey, whoa, you can't be doing stuff like that. Hey, we need to have a meeting as black folks and keep this dude accountable. Bill Cosby, perfect example. I don't know if he did or if he didn't, but I mean, bruh, he ain't looking too good. You know what I'm saying? And then people make these excuses. Oh, they're always trying to, take black folks who are at the top and, kill their, who they are and what they built and just run them through the mud. It's like, nah, not really. Look at Denzel. Hey, he done made millions of dollars, made dozens of classical music, movies. And I haven't seen him not once act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Cause maybe, just maybe, he's a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? So speaking your mind is dangerous. And all you have to do, like I said, is observe the situation. Take 10 minutes, observe it, gather other opinions. The game should have just had somebody else read before he posted. Look at what other people are saying. Then maybe he wouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? And choose the way that you deliver what you want to say. Because for me, it sounded like the game was just trying to defend Kanye West as if people are out to get him, not knowing that Kanye West is Kanye West's biggest enemy. It's himself. That's his biggest enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is out to get this fool. But, you know, like I said, like, this is probably going to have to be his own episode one day, because trust me, as much as I love black folks, as much as I want black folks just to succeed in whatever they want to, and it doesn't have to just be sports and media, bro, we got to start back from square uno. Square uno, bro. Square one, if you don't know what uno means. But about black folks, and this is a weird transition, but I am down for freedom of speech. Let me take a sip of my Kool-Aid. I am down for black folks speaking their mind, especially when, you know, they've done their investigation, they've done their studies. You can have any opinion you want. You can say the earth is flat. If you got some information on it, cool. I am not going to judge you, bruh. I am still your brother. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do not understand is how black folks, LGBTQ, it's easier if I listed the only people. White folks, okay? White, straight Christians can only be Republicans. Yes, I said it. Only white, straight Christians can only be Republicans. And here's my proof. Dave Rubin, okay? Dave Rubin is a white male who is gay, who's been gay since day one, since I at least been, you know, on his radar. Like, ever since I really got in politics, Dave Rubin has been gay. He used to be a Democrat. Whatever happened, I think he was getting paid enough money. Then he went to be a Republican. Now he's getting paid some money. You know what I'm saying? He got a little money in the bank. So I think he found his calling. But he's being torn apart right now from his own community. And the same with Candace Owens, young black woman, on stage looking like an idiot every single time she speaks, because she can't say, you know, Black Lives Matter. No, because if she says that without quickly following Black Lives Matter, but black people might deserve what they get. Like, it has to be followed up with something crazy like that, because what's happening to Dave Rubin will happen to her and happen to anybody else who is not white, male, and straight. You know what I'm saying? Dave Rubin has been married to another guy for quite some time. And now he broke the news on his show, talking about, you know, me and my husband were, you know, going to a doctor. We found an egg, sperm, putting them together, found two women who can carry our child. And then, you know, we're going to start our family after the kids are born. Oh my gosh. His own fans in his own video section was like, hey, I stand, and I'm paraphrasing here. And I probably should have pulled some examples, but for the most part, it was just, hey, I love you, but that's not what God wants for us. You know what I'm saying? How dare you try to say you're a Republican in doing what you're doing? Like, go ahead and look at it. That's essentially what all these thousands of comments are saying. It might be a few like, hey, congratulations. Hope all is well with you and your kids. You know what I'm saying? It might be one. But for the most part, they are tearing him a new one. Now watch this video. He's talking to Glenn Beck. Once again, old white straight Christian, quote unquote Christian, because like I say, that's a whole nother subject, but like quote unquote Christian. Okay. Listen to this video and just hear, you can literally hear Dave Rubin get on his knees and pretty much say, oh, please just keep me in the group. Listen.
I get why the right has these, what I would argue are often legitimate fears, because the left does not stop eating civilization.
Correct.
And think about what an unfortunate position that puts us in, because then someone like me can make an announcement like this, then good, decent, thoughtful conservatives, some of faith, maybe some not of faith, whatever it is, could reach out and say, boy, this is what an interesting opportunity, and sure, it's a little different, and whatever, all the love that you and the Blaze guys and everyone else are giving me. And then there's this other part that's legit, which is,
correct,
if we move the line, they're gonna keep going. And I don't know what the answer to that is.
Dave.
I honestly don't, because that has nothing to do with me and how I'm gonna live my life.
I think, and this is why I wanted to have you on, because I don't have an answer. I am, you know me, I'm a deeply religious man, and my religion says man and a woman, that is the basic building block of family. We're probably the clearest church on this, because it's been in our doctrine for 200 years. So we're very clear on that. But that's marriage and relationships, and that's what I believe. But I also know God created you just like he created me, flaws and all. I believe I have a gene, they've never found it, that makes me very susceptible to alcoholism because it runs in my family. So does craziness, but it runs in my family. The same thing with things that I don't understand. And if we can't have a conversation about things that we don't necessarily understand and probably won't until we get to the other side, we have to just work it out together and be able to say, Dave, I disagree, or I don't know what the answer is, but I love you.
So my question is, how can you, as an individual who partakes in politics, truly say that you want to fight for people who are like you? And you're in a party, I mean, Democrats and Republicans, they're both trash parties, but, I guess you gotta choose. Why choose a party that does not accept for who you are? Your party does not like you. Your party only uses you because they can say, hey, we got this gay guy over here and he's a Republican. That's the only thing they use you for. And you know that. You know that, and you don't care. You just want the money. But now you want to start a family because that's what, people, want to do, it's nothing crazy. Now your party's against you. So now what are you going to do? The only person like that could be in a party and that party not accept them, and they know that, and they continue to spew hate against LGBTQ people, continue to spew hate against black folks, continue to marginalize poor and poverty people continue to make the rich richer and the poor more poor, which I guess is still possible. The only person that can do that is a person that has no self-respect and no respect for anybody else. So whatever happens with Dave Rubin in his career, like at first I felt bad. Like, this dude just wants to start a family. Like, get off his back. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let dude do what he wants. But I forgot. He's a Republican. And he knew that this right here was going to happen. I don't get it. Now, the whole thing about, with Glenn Beck saying, I'm a Christian and, I love you. I don't understand, but, I love, it's like, I'm going to keep this short. You are not God. Okay? You are not God. Worry about your salvation and your relationship with God, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Unless this dude is a dear friend of you and he comes to you and say, hey, what does the Bible say about this, that, and the third? Then you explain to him, you and him. Don't put that dude on blast like that. And two, if you truly loved him, and even though you don't agree with what he's doing, you can still love him. But love without actions ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. Because, like I said, the Republican Party, at least as long as I can remember, has been against gay marriage, has been against what Dave Rubin is trying to do and build a family. They're literally right now lying to people saying that Democrats wants to turn your kids gay. And not gay in a good way, like you can do it wherever the hell you want because this is a country you can do that. No, they're making it out to seem like being gay is like, the boogeyman. They're going to turn them into a zombie, like, which I don't think Democrats are, but do you see what I'm saying? How can you say you love someone and even though you don't understand what they're doing or why they're doing it, I'm still going to love you because God loved me. So I'm going to extend that love to you while behind the scenes, you're saying everything and doing everything against people like that. Am I the only one who sees that and just scratches my head? Like, why? Why put yourself through that? You know what I'm saying? So like I say, if you're a Christian, focus on you and your relationship with God. And yes, I know we're all called to go out there and proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. I get it. I do it myself. But I'm going to leave you with this. If you understood the things that you do that God would not accept. If you took 2 seconds to understand that, you will understand that you deserve hell just as much as anybody else.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.